So today I'm going over in the book of Isaiah. This is chapter 63, verse 3, and this is out of the Christian Standard Bible. It says, I trampled the winepress alone, and no one from the nations was with me. I trampled them in my anger and ground them underfoot in my fury. Their blood splattered my garments, and all my clothes were stained. So the winepress, that is representing God's judgment to his enemies. So when it says he trampled the winepress alone, that is meaning he does not need help from anybody. He does it by himself. He doesn't need our help. He can just take out a whole army, just him alone. So sometimes when we're going through things, sometimes it's like we want to do it our way, and God's like, no, let me deal with it. Well, he is dealing with our enemies, his enemies. When he tramples a winepress alone, he will take them down by himself. Doesn't need anybody from anywhere, from any nation, to help him. So I trampled them in my anger and ground them underfoot in my fury. So he was furious. And this just tells like the severity that he trampled them in his anger. So he ground them. So he just ground them down to nothing. Like they were nothing under his foot, under his fury. Like he was furious. Because, you can be mad and then there's fury. Like when you're furious, that is at your breaking point, that you're not going to take anymore. You're furious. God is at that point. So he is furious with his enemies, with our enemies. So their blood splattered my garments and all my clothes were stained. So he's trampling them. Their blood is splattering. Sprinkling his garments with their blood. So that it's like an illustration of the severity, like how he annihilates his enemies and our enemies. So that, you do not want to be on the opposite end of God. And let's see. I'm also going to read in Isaiah 63:9, and this is out of the New Living Translation. And this is kind of cool because the last one was about his fury with his enemies, his judgment when he does his judgment to his enemies. And then this one is about how much he cares for his children. So it's 63:9, the New Living Translation. It says, in all their suffering, he also suffered, and he personally rescued them. In his love and mercy, he redeemed them. He lifted them up and carried them through all the years. So when it says in all their suffering, he suffered. So that's just an indication that God is not a distant observer. He is not. He is deeply involved in all our struggles. He cares. So we ought to just be reassured that God rescues us. He supports us in our difficult times, in all our struggles. So he is always aware of all our struggles that we're going through. So we can have comfort in knowing that God sees our pain. He knows the pain that we are going through, and it pains him to see us in pain and to go through so much. And with the last verse, when he shows judgment towards his enemies, it's also our enemies. So look at it you're a protective parent. Like there's nothing that you would not do to protect your child. And if there's somebody that is coming against you or coming against your child and they are vicious, you are going to stand up and you're not going to just, let them get away with it. Well, that is like God, but 100 times more, because His love is just an unconditional love. His love is an agape love, which is just a perfect, unconditional love. And so when like evil or our enemies come against us, God cares. I mean, some people may think that He doesn't care, He's not paying attention, but He is. He's watching everything. And that's why, He tramples them in the winepress. He grinds them down to nothing. Their blood is splattering. Like, it is severe. So when we are suffering, God sees that and He feels it so deeply. So when you are like heartbroken or you're sad, and even the Bible says that God is close to the brokenhearted. So He knows, He feels it. He knows your heart. He always looks at the heart. So if you are just completely crushed in spirit, if you are just so heartbroken, God knows it. He feels it. He doesn't want you to go through that. And that's why He always tries to give His people strength. And that's why we have to trust Him. And sometimes, like when we are battling things in our lives, we want to take care of it. We want to, just do our own thing to resolve it. But we are to give it to God and let Him deal with it, because His judgment is a lot more than what we could do. And although, it can be hard, but we have to give it to God and let Him deal with things, because we try to deal with things that we were never meant to carry, that we need to give it to God and let Him deal with it. And once you do, that takes a lot of stress off from you. It's more relief, because there's not a whole lot that you can do about a lot of things anyways. And sometimes when you try to work it out on your own, it can make things worse. So we have to give it to God and let Him fight your battles. So I hope this does help. And if you do, like if you are going through, oh my gosh, a lot. I mean, so many people are going through so many different things. But whatever you are going through, don't ever feel like that you are just completely alone, because you are never alone. God is always with you, and He is fighting for you. Even though it may not seem like it, you can feel like you are just completely alone. Nothing's happening. You don't see an end to whatever it is you're going through. But God can change things in an instant. So just keep praying, keep your faith up, have that trust in God to know that He is going to come through. Even when things don't look like it's going to, even though it could seem like things are impossible, like there is no way. Well, God does His best work in the impossible, because He is an impossible God. And again, like with Exodus, when He split the Red Sea, that was impossible. So never underestimate God and what He can do, because if He can split the Red Sea with His nostrils, He can do anything. So I hope this helps somebody, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.